actually the two lines converge, which is health and wealth, they converge, and there are many learnings between the two anyway. And this is a question I'm asked very often on both investments and on the creation of health. You'll be surprised. In fact, there are AMCs. I mean, I'm sure there are AMCs that can take money which is at 500 rupees. So people tell me many times कि boss हमारे पास तो पैसा ही नहीं है. मैंने कहा boss, mutual funds में that option exists that you can start with 500 rupees. And very often, in fact, invariably, the number one question I keep getting is हमारे पास time नहीं है to work out. So my answer is उसमें आपको time की जरूरत नहीं है, 6 मिनट में सब हो जाता है. So you can see that on both spectrums of health and wealth, A, it doesn't take hours, and B, it doesn't take 10, 20, 30 lakhs. It can start with 6 minutes and with 1,000 rupees. But if you just go back to my previous slide, the question is to start, and the question is that stay there. And which is the real, that's where things tend to fall off a bit, because our belief is that if we don't spend 1 hour, if we don't see results, if we don't spend, invest 10 lakhs and the 10 doesn't become 11, फिर कुछ ठीक नहीं हो रहा है, and then वो फिर disappointment आ जाती है and we give up. वो give up करने में वो compounding effect दिखता नहीं है. So ये मेरा personal example, I just wanted to share with everyone. Why did I write 6 minutes? There is a reality in that 6 minutes. I just didn't write it randomly. There is, in 6 minutes, actually, in 6 minutes, what you'll realize is that one can actually sweat in 6 minutes by just jumping up and down. That is good enough for the car is like, I mean, our bodies are like a car. We just need to start the engine every day. If you don't start your car for a week, the battery will kind of, wither away and the car won't start only. So I'm just saying, 6 मिनट में भी बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. और 1,000 रुपए इसलिए इंपॉर्टेंट है बिकॉज 1,000 रुपए की SIP अगर आप स्टार्ट करो, उससे अगर, I mean, you just continue doing that, because कभी ना कभी 1,000 will become 10,000 as salaries increase, etc. kabhi na kabhi 6 minutes will become 36 minutes, which is why I started with the least common denominator. This is something which is very close to my heart. I really believe in this, and to a lot of youngsters who I meet these days, and my number one point to them is, please play a sport. And iska reason ye hai that play a sport, become competitive, because sports is the only thing that teaches you sportsman spirit. And what is sportsman spirit? Sportsman spirit is that you learn how to fail, you learn how to be a loser. This is the only course in the world that allows you failure. Sports allows you to learn how to fall and lose and yet get up and start again, which is why playing a sport is tremendously important in our lives. It also helps us to become very competitive. And I've seen people play a sport and they're masters at their business, because there's so many things you learn. Exactly the same thing when it comes to wealth. Once you start becoming a master of creating wealth, you follow models that create sustainable wealth. So, again, if you look at both, playing a sport and learning how to become a master in the world of creating wealth, both allow you to be competitive, both allow you failure sometimes. And in the case of both, actually, it allows you to stay afloat for the next day. And I think that's where I could find the similarities between sports and markets.